We are the Nerd Eternal Network.
Hello, and welcome to Earth Icons Earthbound here on the Nerd Eternal Network. I'm your GM for the day, Jason, and with me as usual will be Curtis playing Landshark,
Hola.
Taylor playing Unison,
Howdy, howdy.
Mike playing Independence Ray, and Zach playing Recluse.
That made me a little bit nervous.
Alright, who remembers what we did last time?
We got ambushed.
Yep. The big brawl with a bunch of familiar faces.
And we handled them all pretty well. Like, it could have gone a lot worse for us. But
I was expecting it to go worse.
Definitely.
It went worse than I was hoping.
yeah.
Yeah, we were ambushed by
It could have been anyone.
It could have been anyone, as well as Titan Red, Obelisk, the Comet, and Lakebringer, aka Goth, and Obelisk, aka Skyscraper.
And was it Professor Payne or Dr. Payne or something like that? Dr. Payne, I believe.
Oh yeah, Dr. Payne.
Not to be confused with Dr. Brain, who was also here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she got knocked out quick.
I got smacked around pretty good.
Yeah, you got tasered a bunch of times.
Mm-hmm.
It was a rough episode.
Yep.
Yes, but they did not apprehend us, and Bruce got his ring back.
And we, in fact, apprehended 2 of them.
And then let them go because we're really good at our jobs. And also, one of them, I think, can teleport, so...
So yeah, you wound up, let's see, you talked to the shapeshifter first, who had been impersonating Santa Luna. The one Landshark had ended up proposing to. And while it would be a stretch to say that you got him on your side, you brought up enough issues, some of it being things he'd already kind of noticed, that he at least talked like he was going to investigate some stuff and see if he could figure some stuff out.
We made him go,
Right. You tried to talk Lightbringer into your side. Who knows if that worked or not. You did discover, finally, that she remembers everything before the change. Apparently she was immune to it like some of the psychics you met and like John Mody's son and his cousin Molly are immune. Or were immune. She just likes the changes. She's big and important. Her boyfriend is much nicer and more attentive. So you're not sure how jazzed she would be to change things back. But I think you tried to talk her into it.
And also, she alluded to the fact that, at least according to her tone, that people are fed, and I don't know. It's at some point of a breather, I might want to do a little news watching to see what exactly is the state of the world, and could it be that it's actually better off under the benevolent dictatorship of the Pharaoh? Not that Ray would ever just let that slide. He's too proud an American and too proud of a gay American to be happy with the United States swearing fealty to anyone, however efficient he may be at actually running the world.
pardon me. And Unison was going to fly with somebody to meet with Madame
hold on. Time out.
Wasn't he?
A copy of Unison
Right.
is headed with Walkabout.
Ah, yes. I knew I had forgotten something that was supposed to go on today. That's what I forgot was that was how the conversation with Lightbringer had ended. Was you offering to send a copy to speak to the Pharaoh, or Lady Pharaoh, as y'all want to call her? So yeah, one of those copies stayed behind when y'all dropped Lightbringer. Y'all stayed with her. And then she called in and had Walkabout, who's probably called something else under the current administration, but I'll admit I haven't come up with good names for all of them. So the rest of you get back to the base in the Alps without any trouble. The multi-dimensional man, meets you as soon as you land. He's asking you how it went. He does notice you don't have Santa Luna with you. How do you tell him it went?
Yeah. It was a trap.
It was a big, fat, obvious trap.
Yeah. Wasn't even Santa Luna.
Yeah, someone with some kind of image or shape-changing abilities posing in her stead. His stead. Excuse me.
Man, that's unfortunate. At least you're all back. And then he notices Bruce's face. You okay there, big guy?
I'll be okay.
He just needs to take a shower. He'll be good.
That's right. I did land in the dumpster.
Yeah, was that a response to the physical beating, or in perhaps an emotional distraught, or of the above?
He was just beat all around last episode.
Bruce's no good, very bad night.
There might legitimately be singes on the back of your costume
It's true.
from the taser going off multiple times.
Well, it wasn't. I called it a taser, but it wasn't actually electricity. It used sound where it ran through his bones.
Sounds really painful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, bone conductivity is the thing. Yes, and your mother gets off the plane, and your dad walks over to her and gives her a hug. But where she got beat up, you had healed her, so she doesn't look beat up.
Well, I mean, she deserves a hug. She got out there. She played the game.
Yep.
She did her best.
You notice, she gives him no specifics on how, none of the specifics of how the fight went. But she was, a little embarrassed on how quickly she got taken down. Basically, how rusty she is, after at least a couple of decades, out of the cape and mask business.
Bruce will mumble something about how he should have gone with Unison to meet Madame Pharaoh.
No, you definitely shouldn't have, buddy.
That definitely
we only have one of you.
That definitely gets your dad's attention. You're sending a copy off to talk to her?
Yeah. If her global magic can't affect things, her personal magic most likely can't. I also, don't know the directions to this place. So even if she did read my mind, she'd know what the inside of this building looks like. I haven't looked at the outside of this building.
Didn't y'all go out on the mountaintop to go into the realm of the creeping gods at one point?
We went into a closet to go to Web World.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So-
You were on a mountainside in Web World, though, but not the
Whatever the
Alps. Okay.
spooky Shadow Web World version of this area is, I've been down a mountain and up a mountain. But is Web World a reflection of Earth? Or a reflection of each place?
Sometimes, but not usually.
The topography usually follows it. So, like, if there's a house there, there might be a rock or a cluster
Hey.
of something there.
Cool. Let me rephrase this while looking at Multidimensional Man. If she does read my mind, she'll know there's a giant spider god coming to visit Earth. Which also you now know about.
He looks over at
Yeah,
Recluse.
by the way.
Is this a problem?
Hug your kids.
All right, one problem at a time.
Oh, that's a next season problem.
First, free the Earth. Get all the other super people woke up. Then we can deal with rampaging spider gods.
Well, I mean, to be fair, there's always a number of spider gods on Earth. This is just their parent.
Okay, maybe that won't be so bad then.
Oh, are you a god then?
We're too small to be eaten by it, so it'll probably be fine.
Think of it as Charlotte having a really evil, much larger spider mother.
Okay.
Who may or may not eat her children. Really confused on that point. Anyway, back to meeting the Pharaoh. Yes. Because I need to make sure she has some things done before we, cross her off a list.
All right, let's go sit down in here. Well, let's let Bruce get a shower. It's like when you first walked off the plane, he wasn't really noticing the smell, but the longer you stand around,
Hopefully, I've got a new uniform.
Also, Dr. Brain, in a rare moment of clarity, I fully allow you permission to read my mind while I'm speaking with the Pharaoh so that you have a knowledge about what's being said.
Oh, of course. Yes, let's step in here. Your dad is looking at you and her funny as y'all are walking there. He doesn't say nothing. He's just kind of looking.
Well, I mean, I'll have a copy writing out dictating it as well, but as many recording devices as possible is going to be best. And also, if there's already a guest in the house, it's easier to push others out. I think. I say as I walk in.
All right, so y'all all get to sit down in there, and then we will cut to the copy of Unison with Lightbringer and Walkabout, who are arriving in Memphis.
The rest of us, we can't see it. We just
No, Unison can just tell you what he's seeing. One copy's writing it down, the other one's, talking. Dr. Brain is sitting there looking focused, looking at Unison with kind of a focused look in her eyes. Unison, you can feel her in your head.
Yeah, I know.
You don't think she's
childhood.
nosing around?
Don't think I've done. No, I specifically didn't do murders. I'm outside of the war. So even if she does catch something, it was only me doing my bestest.
That is fair.
Though she will see me completely prepared to snap 4 necks at once and then deciding against it.
That might concern her. But like I said, as far as you can tell, she's not poking at anything too deep.
She's gonna have to stay focused in the moment, hopefully.
Yeah. But you're not, but you're also not sure that you'd be able to tell, once she's in there, you don't know if you can actually tell what she's doing.
But as far as I know, she can't divide her attention. So let's focus on Memphis.
All right, so you'll arrive outside this palace complex in Memphis.
Does it look new, or is it a pre-existing building that has been added onto? Is it like where an embassy was? Or...
It looks ancient, but kept up. But you're not sure if it was something that was here before.
So, probably included in the magic.
Quite possibly. You can't be 100% certain. It's not like you've ever had a reason to investigate the full layout of Memphis.
No.
But this is a big, elaborate kind of palace/temple complex. If it was something that already existed, it seemed like this would be the sort of place you'd have seen pictures of. Even if it was in a more ruined state.
Mm.
Y'all arrive. Lightbringer tells Walkabout he's dismissed. He pops a little salute and runs off. Then she marches you, up the steps. Every time you pass guards, the guards are popping their little salutes. I'm not sure how the ancient Egyptians saluted one another. It's probably not that important.
Considering that, they might instinctually just do whatever the current Egyptian military salute is.
That's fair, because would that have been something she'd have thought about changing?
Well, it's also like a thing, and if you don't specify it, then their memories, like, they're the Egyptian military. They've always been the Egyptian military anyway. It's just the military decided to start saluting like this at some point.
Fair. We'll say it's a fairly modern salute then. But she goes in, she goes to these big doors. She nods to one of the guards, and they turn around and sort of knock. And then a very large, very muscled, very oiled up blonde man opens the door and sticks his head out. Hey, Lightbringer, what do you need?
Is that Kelvin?
Yeah, you probably recognize Muscle the Muscle. He's not wearing his mask, so
He's been in jail enough. I've seen him without it before.
But yes, you were looking at Muscle the Muscle.
So is he also affected? As I say it while looking at Lightbringer.
You say that, he's like, I'm not sick. What are you talking about? Infected.
Affected.
He looks at Lightbringer. She goes, it's fine. It's just a thing he talks about. We need to speak to the Pharaoh if she's available. And Lightbringer takes a deep breath, like somebody that knows they're in trouble, probably going to be in a little bit of trouble. Muscle tells you, wait a second, let me check. You do notice that he's speaking in his regular voice. It's not like he's got a weird accent or speaking some other language all of a sudden. And then Lightbringer turns, yeah, he's like everybody else.
Okay. I was hoping with how messed up he is in the head that it wouldn't have gotten to him. He's been hit by psychics a lot.
Really? Huh. I knew he was a little paranoid about psychics. Well, I mean, not
Yeah.
now, but previous him.
He got broke, and then 2 amateurs tried to fix him and didn't do the best job.
Well, that's messed up.
They were trying to be heroic about it. They tend to jump the gun. I think they've already tried to take this place once.
Oh, I may know who you're talking about. And a little bit later, door opens. Muscle motions y'all in. He's sitting there with, kind of an oversized loincloth.
Oh man, I hope he remembers that he wrote that book.
Oh, he probably doesn't.
Man, that's unfortunate.
I don't even know if
I
any copies of that book would exist after the change. It's weird what did and didn't change.
It probably changed based on her acknowledgement of its existence. So there's probably a PDF of the book in existence, but maybe not a physical copy.
You hear from across this chamber, if you're done chatting away at the door, you can approach the throne now.
Oh, my apologies. I will approach the throne. Is it bowing or kneeling? It's my first time in this attempt at an audience. I do not wish to be ruder than I have already been.
That's wise of you, at least. Bowing is fine.
I'll give a 45-degree angle bow and lift back up.
Lightbringer takes one knee. And then the Pharaoh speaks. You were supposed to bring their entire little team with you. Well, yes, ma'am. Things. Well, I told you, I've been advising you on how tough these individuals are, but. And then they had, they had another mentalist with them, and the Pharaoh kind of waves her hand, cuts her off.
Excuse me, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Do you by any chance happen to have a? Did we get a visual image of the Pharaoh? Trying to remember.
I think there's been some TV images from a distance of like parades or something.
Yeah, there's not a lot of images of her, but I believe y'all had managed to see her at some point. I'm trying to remember, did I have art done up for her?
I'm checking now to see if I've downloaded anything. Oh, I do have a Pharaoh image.
Because it should be a lady.
I'm opening it up now. Oh, wait, this might be a... Oh, this is a...
I think the last Egyptian-inspired image I have is Mott.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Quite impressive, too. I could post it in the group if you don't have it on hand.
Yeah, if you want to. I'm sure I have it on the computer somewhere, but I'd be digging around forever. And like I had said, I kind of forgot that Unison had run off to do this.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
No, it's my fault. My fault. I should have remembered. Or jotted it down or something.
Post it now.
Unison's penchant for sending a copy to go speak to the god in charge.
Oh wait, I don't think I've actually posted. Do you see an image in the?
No, I saw where it said you were typing. But...
Okay, maybe yeah. There you go. It's uploading. facilities update. That's uploading.
But anyway, the Lady Feyre kind of cuts her off. You're lucky. You're lucky you've proven yourself so loyal. You have failed to bring these people in multiple times. Yeah, that's her. I remember now. I'll drag that over where people at home can see it at least.
You look so friendly.
Yeah, she looks kind of rulerish. It's fine. Probably a little. She probably looks a little more modern Egyptian than ancient Egyptian, but that's the comic book genre in general. Unless you're in Marvel, then the ancient Egyptians are gray for some reason. All your Egyptian deities show up as gray. Apocalypse is gray. But anywho,
Wasn't the Sphinx gray?
yeah, the
Underneath
Sphinx was
his,
gray.
His super suit.
Yep. Yeah, it was just a thing Marvel was doing back in the day.
That might have been an artistic choice designed specifically just to be like, hey, we're just doing a weird thing so we don't get judged for doing the wrong
It's very possible.
thing.
It's very
We
possible.
just did it wrong on purpose.
It might have been them going, well, at least we're not doing them completely white. So she kind of shushes Lightbringer. Then she looks at you, Unison. So clearly you came here voluntarily. What made you decide to visit today?
Mostly I need one, as you can tell, there's a lot of pre-change information about ancient Egypt that we did not have, such as how the spoken language is spoken.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I had noticed that absence. I've corrected that.
I was really hoping you could make like a physical copy of it, so that after this reverts, we still have it. That would be very helpful for humanity in general.
Oh, after this reverts. You seem very confident.
Well, yeah, if we fail, there's still the stuff outside that's coming. And if you're the current ruler, they will be killing you.
They may find that rather difficult.
I assure you they will, but they have a large time advantage on you. That's also something I wanted to bring up, was all of our defenses, the things that we would use to recognize when these things are showing up, is currently inactive. So if we do not succeed in reverting this, you still need to find a way to get those things back active so that you have a better chance against the enemies that we have found out are going to show up to conquer this planet.
Give me a willpower roll, see how believable she's taking all this.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, I think she knows we came from space, so...
Yeah, she knows space travel's a thing, she knows aliens are a thing.
13, baby. Because I'm actually telling 100% the truth. Because we specifically know that one race I can't think of the name of
The
but
Tuatha?
is super interested in conquering Earth.
Oh, not the Tuatha. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. The one that y'all fought in space.
Yeah, who have an entire like department about conquering planets.
Yep. An expansions committee, I think maybe what it was called.
Sorry, expansions committee.
That doesn't necessarily mean conquering. All right. Okay, you make yourself pretty believable. Well, if you would like, she'll get you. You know, she'll call. Let's see. She'll have some writing material sent for her. Calvin, dear. And he walks up with like a wine pitcher and refills her glass, and then she instructs him to go, fetch some writing and writing utensils and some parchment. Or not parchment, she'd say papyrus. And then she corrects herself, paper.
As soon as he's out of earshot, I'm just gonna be like, okay, if you're going to treat him like that, you better hope this never reverts.
I treat him
I
quite
know
well.
what-
He's
I know
treated
what
very
happened.
well. He's my favorite.
Yeah, I just know what happened to the last guy that mucked in his brain.
I have not mucked with his brain. I merely affected reality, including the part of reality he was taking up. Besides, he's my hero. He freed me.
That's... So you were like a mummy?
Something like that. I was certainly bound in a sarcophagus.
As like a punishment or like a political rivalry kind of thing?
There were some that thought I had gotten too powerful. They were jealous.
Did you... I'm sorry to say it this way. Were you taking actions and then they responded, or did they preemptively assault you?
Oh, it was a dab of this and a dab of that.
Okay. Had it been preemptive, I was going to, state my sympathy, because just because you have power does not mean you are a problem. But if you were taking actions, I can see how fear would inspire them.
But anyway, my muscularly young hero there opened the sarcophagus. Granted, it was probably more out of curiosity than knowing that I was in there. But...
I don't think he's the most magically inclined, so...
Oh, no, not a lick of magical talent.
But very strong.
Oh, yes, quite durable. And the hair. We didn't have hair like this back when I was... how would you put it? Back before my imprisonment. Not a lot of blondes in ancient Egypt.
Yeah, he's really archetypical of a group who thought they had found the perfect man. But regardless of that...
Oh yes, I read some of that history before I fixed things.
Yeah, it was brutal stuff.
But you'll notice that I have brought about world peace. Well, other than your little rebel friends.
Right. There's a whole thing about global subjugation that I could go into, but I doubt you care about.
You would probably be right. Musco returns with, a pad and some paper. Hands them to you. Lady Feyre tells you, if you would like to jot down what these defenses I should turn back on are, I have not had a chance to catch up on all the technological innovations over the last 5,000-6,000 years.
It's fair. There's been a lot.
But I have people working for me that can probably get these things turned back on.
Yes. Some of them you're not particularly going to have to care about with the technological innovations. Most things are going to be from 1990s and up.
Noted.
Most, but not all. The combustion engine we're still using, that's been around for longer. By a good chunk. But as far as all the things I'm going to be telling you, it's around the 2000s and up. Mostly there are satellites, metal objects in space that circle the planet. It's a lot of math involved in keeping them there. But they can detect into space, and it will help to a degree. Admittedly, now that we have ships that can move faster than light itself, detection's kind of a hit or miss thing. And I'll be jotting down. But I also want to make sure, just in case, that you have your affairs in order.
She kind of narrows her eyes at you. It's like her first instinct is, this guy's making threats or this, that, and the other. But you're really seeming to come out, but you really seem being awful earnest about it.
Well, the group I'm with does have a full determination to stop you and put the world back in the order it was in. If possible. But, and it was not the most likely thing to happen before we came back. And had you discussed this with us, maybe some of us would have sided with you, but doing it without, the agreements of the majority of people on Earth kind of set us as enemies. And we did just end an intergalactic war where some of our powers were the most powerful weapons that the opponent had.
Yes, but most of those people were back in here when I fixed things. So they're either nullified or at my disposal.
Except for my team, which I specifically made to fight gods.
Had trouble with gods before, have you?
I have a paranoia about a man who believes he might be one.
Oh, who is this man?
Oh, don't worry. If you haven't seen him yet, you haven't seen him.
So, do you jot down all the stuff you think she'd need to know?
The just in cases of, how to cut back on satellites, that they need fuel to maintain a consistent speed around the Earth and all that. Like, most of the math, she's going to have people that know, but the general satellite operations, that'll be necessary.
Okay. When you finish that, she looks at it. Oh, yes, I'm sure Steel can handle this for me.
Steel, he said?
Yeah, Steele is really good at satellites.
Yes, I have him working on some stuff now.
He did you read up on him at all? Or just he is an intelligent man and you found him?
Oh, no. His attempt to take things over. That's what drew my attention to him.
Oh, okay. Do you know how it ended?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
That was the beginning of your little team, wasn't it?
More or less, yes.
Or at least when they came to your ruler's attention.
Well.
So tell me.
No, yes.
Your little rebel group, how did so many of them resist the change? I mean, some of them I understand. Those touched by the gods, I understand. The demigods, the descendants of gods. She gestures Lightbringer, those powered by gods. I understand why they're Why, they were immune. But you are not related to any god.
Oh, there's way more gods than you think.
Yes, but I know the divine when I see it.
Have you been to the astral plane?
I can project my mind there.
There's some horrifying stuff in there. If you can touch that place, it kind of shields you from things.
That would not have worked on this.
Oh, then I don't know. I mean, granted, I wasn't around when it happened, so... Well, I take that back. A copy of me was here. And when your power activated, or your magic, it just burst my copy.
Interesting. She has come down and she's like walking around you, like examining you closely now.
I'm just a construct.
Yes, yes. I realized that when you walked in. The Lightbringer seemed to think that you were a artificial copy of a person, and that you were teleported in and out.
Oh, yes. Hey, that's like a convenient lie I use. Can we keep that contained?
Oh, of course, I won't tell anyone.
Thank you.
And she looks over at Lightbringer, and I'm sure we can trust. Oh shoot, what's Lightbringer's actual name?
Oh, I'll wait. I'll wait to hear a real name.
Oh, I didn't put Gothic's real name on her stat sheet. Okay. It's probably wherever I wrote her origin down at. Okay. But, I'm sure Lightbringer will keep it to herself. She says that with kind of a snicker in her voice, not like she was ordering Lightbringer not to say anything. And Lightbringer is very, very focused on that tile floor in front of her as she's still down on one knee. Like, you don't doubt she's listening, but she's not, like, moving her eyes to look around. You've actually never seen her this respectful of a person. Or maybe it's fear. Maybe it's a healthy dose of fear. Who knows?
Probably a healthy dose of fear. But all right, if you've got the ancient Egyptian language handled...
I am willing to humor you on that.
Thank you. Well, it's good to just have contingencies. Set up for, like, if something were to happen to me, if there was some kind of backlash or a god got mad at you and attempted to thwart what you're doing, it's good to have the contingencies to just help everyone else if you are indisposed. And I'm doing the same. I'm putting a contingency in front of you in case we are indisposed. Because ultimately what I care about is the human race continues existing.
I'm glad to find you not honorable, that's not the word she's looking for. A foe worthy of some respect.
Oddly enough, that is how most of them see me.
We may be in opposition, but there are certain things that we can agree on. Please, have a drink. She looks over at Muscle, and Muscle comes up with another glass and another thing of wine.
It's gonna be a waste. I can taste it with his body technically, but it's not gonna do anything for me.
Oh, that's a shame. Go ahead, Muscle dear, you can have it. He trots back over, put the wine bottle down. It's a weird sort of jug thing. Clearly, it's what they used back in the day. I must admit, I do enjoy your vintaged wines. More than the beer we had back in my day.
Oh, there is a, admittedly you might not know the construction of this drink. It was a a drink that was given to slaves mostly, but it was very dense in how much energy it could give a person. We lost the recipe a long time ago for it. But maybe you know it?
She was never a brewer.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
She's probably familiar with what you're talking about, but not
How to
exactly
make
what
it.
went in making it.
Yeah, if someone asked me how to make a monster, I wouldn't know how, but I would know what monster was.
Yeah.
Oh well, real shame.
Yes.
Um,
This has been a oddly pleasant conversation. I was expecting a
like-
lot more
bluster.
bluster. That's exactly what I was trying to think of. I was expecting a lot more blustering and self-righteous indignation.
Well, I mean, I do feel like putting the entire world under your thumb without asking them is rude, and I will attempt to stop that.
Oh yes, we're going to be opposition. I understand that. I'm not going to waste my breath trying to convince you to join my side.
But I am glad that we can both pin down things that no matter who wins, humanity continues to advance. That is the most important thing in this conversation.
It is. It is. Now, I really think you should tell me all you know about the rebellion, how it's set up, where they're established. And she's like, her hands start glowing. She kind of works her fingers. She says that you'll need to give me a will save, as she is trying to compel you to tell her what she wants to know.
And mental resistance.
Mental resistance would factor in.
Do I get a assistance bonus from Dr. Brain?
Oh yes, back in the living room in the secret base, you hear Dr. Brain. Oh crap.
Okay. So I'll get a +2 from her.
Yes, she is
plus
assisting.
one?
Or, yeah, it'd be a plus. I think it would be a +2. I think it'd be a +2 because this is the
Okay.
effort, not the effect. All right. And mind.
A 14.
Let's see. Mind control is that. Is it her willpower or her power? The actual power she rolls. Roll mind control. Okay, she rolls her mind control versus your. Well, in this case, it's her magic. But all right. So you got a 14. She got a 13.
Wow.
So,
I will rock back gently. Ha.
so yeah, you feel her pushing into your mind. It'd be the physical equivalent of of a wall, if a cinder block wall started falling and you were trying to hold it back, you're just not going to be able to. And then you feel your mother's will sort of slam into that and kind of brace you up. And you just barely keep her will from overriding yours.
I bet she's disappointed about that.
Well,
She has a startled look on her face, and in the secret base, Dr. Brain is like verbally going, "Pop the clone, pop it."
yep. Gonna have to say, that was also rude, and I will be punching you in the face for that. Bye now. And I'll pop the clone.
And you see Dr. Brain slump back in her chair.
That lady is rough.
That is not like
what
any
just
sort
happened?
of. That is not like any sort of mental domination I have felt before.
Yep, that is magic mental domination, baby.
Luckily, willpower is willpower, so I guess we could resist it the same way.
Ah.
All right, so, who wants to go break the reliquary out? Because, we need magic.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Also, side note, who is the reliquary? I just say to the group, because I thought he, like, died.
Okay. Are you
No,
talking about the
no.
reliquary or the crucible?
Oh, sorry. The
So
Crucible.
yeah, the crucible is the hero, the armored magical hero.
Yeah, sorry. I get them crossed up.
Reliquary was the guy that betrayed humanity.
Yeah. Who I hope is still in jail.
And betrayed the U.S. And betrayed the U.S. back in World War II.
Yeah. Sorry, the Crucible. We could use the Crucible.
MDM's kind of like,
I'm
yeah,
not
nobody
gonna lie,
knows.
I got the two mixed up too.
MDM kind of shrugged. We don't know who the Crucible is. Everybody's kind of assumed he's some immortal guy because he's been around since the Crusades, apparently. But
Do we at least know a general base of operations there where he might be holed up in?
he pops up all over the globe as threats occur. He's probably seen in the southern United States a little more than anywhere else, so people kind of assume that maybe his base of operation. And when the Vasilev was running around, he did get into a big fight with a reliquary in Savannah, Georgia.
Wait, with the Reliquary or with the Crucible?
The Crucible got into a fight with the reliquary.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
That's one
Sorry.
reason y'all get them confused. The two characters are
Sorry.
related.
Hold on. Syntax of the sentence is you said when the Vasilith was running around, he. and
Oh,
the
fair
he-
enough.
I pinpointed the he to the Vasilith and not back to the.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was in fact, and there was a gap after there where nobody saw they saw the Crucible, though. You have gaps in his appearances all the time, but he didn't help with the relic or with the. Now I'm getting all the names mixed up.
Vasilith.
Yeah, he didn't have to help with any of the Vasilev stuff after that.
Do we have any magic person that might know? Or is this going to be like a bounce back because we know where Wolf Witch is generally located, and therefore we can use Wolf Witch to help identify where the Crucible is?
Nobody's seen Wolfwitch since all this went down. I think you know more or less where Wolfwitch's shop is, though.
It has a phone number. We can just call her.
Well, I mean, you know that the shop belongs to her, I should say.
Yeah.
And while their memories seem to have been wiped, there are still some of the magical students at the school. But as far as MDM has been able to establish, everybody at the school pretty much had their memories wiped.
Ooh.
I would be interested in checking on the students at the school since I'm a coach there. I don't know
Great
how.
people as well.
Bruce, I hate to be rude. The kids are all right.
Mm.
We have not been able to break out anybody out of this control
We have-
yet.
If we're going to find Wolf Witch, I think we should go in person, not call.
The call isn't to enlist her. The call is to see if we can find out where she is. Because we call the store and they go, we don't know where she is, then we have to show up there anyway. But if we call and it's literally her, we know where to go. I just don't want to show up there and the shop be closed and she's run off 3 states away.
It is a magic shop. Don't know what you're going to find there that could be useful.
It's a magic shop of one of the most embarrassed magical families in the United States.
Yep.
Now, embarrassed due to like witch hunting and stuff. but like there will be magical stuff there, yes. None of us know how to use magical stuff. We would still need her. Because I bet she also deals in cursed objects somewhere in that shop. And I don't want to get cursed. But anyway, is this do we want to search for the Crucible, or do we want to search for Wolf Witch to have a better chance of finding the Crucible?
Which do we think would be easier to try? Well, it'd probably be easier to try and find Wolf Witch first. And then from there, locate the Crucible. Because, like, I don't know the guy personally, but it seems like someone that high up on the pecking order of magical muckety mucks, if they don't want to be found, they can make it very difficult to find them.
And we're not going to find them just by poking around Savannah.
Well, potentially if we poked around Savannah in Web World, we'd see like a big white square and just be like, oh, that's where he is. But that's also a possibility that doesn't work that way at all in Web World. I don't know enough about your dimensional travel to know whether or not magic from here would appear there.
I mean, it might, but he could have also cloaked it.
Yeah. So, Ray, what are we doing?
I think I say we look for Wolf Witch. I mean, we know more about her in the first place, so that automatically will make her easier to track down.
Oh yeah, I bonk my own head. Oh yeah, you two worked with her.
Wait,
That's
really?
Yeah, they were
Like
part
on
of the
a team?
school.
Oh,
Ray
So
and
was I the
Bruce
only
both
person-
worked at school? Was
I the only one in this room not offered a position there?
You're gonna have to take that up with the
I
principal.
don't think I was offered a position because technically I'm in a completely individual organization.
Eunice's mother speaks. I was offered a position, but I already teach, so I wasn't able to.
I'm the guy's interviewing there next week.
That's not true. You stop that.
Omniglot's like, I'm probably qualified to,
Oh yes, I mean.
but no,
same.
I'll do that when I'm old. You know, like mom. Right now, I want to, I want to do the whole crime fighting. You see your mother arc her eyebrow at old like mom.
27.
She looks over close. Thank you, dear. You're now my favorite.
I think if I said 27, there would be crimes involved in my birth. So just pitching that out there. Anyway, Ray, you said Wolf Witch. You know, the lady you probably know by face.
I
And
think
if you're
that's
worried
the-
about
that's
curses,
important.
don't take things off the shelves without asking, and leave her cookies alone.
Bruce,
And if anyone knows
you are
about
the one that said if we don't find her, her shop has magic items. Because I said we should go look for her, and you said, well, there's still the store that has magic stuff in it.
There'll be people working at the store. It's magic. How bad can it be?
Bruce, I need you to understand, I don't think money works the same way. I don't think we have the proper currency to buy things, and I would prefer not to be a thief from a magician. Or witch, in this case.
MDM picks up. So are we calling her shop first, or are we just going to fly by there? And by we, I mean all of you.
Do you suppose her line might be monitored?
It's always a possibility. We probably wouldn't want to call from the base. We probably want to zip down somewhere with a landline.
Sure. I say we just.
Go ahead.
I think we can show up. Oh, I was thinking we should just show up.
Sounds good.
All right. A quick check on Google tells you what the regular hours of the shop are.
Are they reasonable hours?
Yeah, they're pretty normal hours. Remember, while Wolf Witch may have actual magical stuff there, she also sells a lot of kind of touristy, gimmicky schmuck. There's a lot of Harry Potter branded stuff in the front room, you know.
Not selling quite as well as it used to, but still makes money.
Maybe once the TV show comes out.
Yeah, she's got weepy wands.
You know, lots of that. Lots of your generic crystals, you know. A lot of the hooey stuff to act as camouflage for the real stuff.
Oh, how's Aurora doing, by the way?
She's been sulking since y'all got back because, you know,
Oh.
She missed the cool fight.
she missed the cool fight. She wanted to go. You told her, oh, I need to stay here and protect, but nothing happened while y'all were gone. But if y'all gonna go look for this, she really wants to meet a wolf that's also a witch. She really wants to go with you on that one.
Well, from what I understand, it's just sort of a moniker. She wears a wolf pelt. She's not actually a wolf.
She is actually a witch, though.
Yeah, I've
She's
met
been
witches
around
before.
Been around for a while.
I've met witches before, just never wolves that were witches.
Wait, are there not space werewolves?
She's like, I don't think
That's
so.
a shame.
I think that's a distinctly Earth thing.
Really?
That's crazy.
In space. No one can
Well,
figure
you
it
know,
out.
wolves only exist on certain planets, so you could only really have werewolves on those planets.
Yeah, it's just like finding out there's an endangered species that lives, you know, in your backyard. It's just kind of neat.
I think it's a magical curse and not a species, though.
I just figured they were both.
Depends on the strain, I think. I haven't really done a lot of digging on them. Don't want to
Sure,
get bit
Wolf
by
Witch
either.
knows about it.
Oh, can you imagine
yeah.
Recluse bit by a werewolf?
Wolf
Wolf
spiders.
spider.
That's one.
He's a man spider by day, but when the moon is full, he becomes a giant wolf spider.
So I think that just make him like the size of a city block, because those bastards are already huge.
All right, so do we want to take a lunch and then get in the plane, or are we just going straight to the plane again?
Never intrigued on an empty stomach.
I'd say
Yeah,
we could-
go ahead.
Oh, I just said I say we go.
We could pack a lunch on the way.
Yeah.
Grab a protein bar or something.
Recluse is going to grab a large trench coat and a hat.
Now, will that work with a Drider body?
No.
Absolutely not.
Probably wouldn't have worked before, but definitely not now.
It's all about presenting.
Faking it till you make it.
Should we get a horse costume for you, or is that shameful?
It'd be awkward because he'd have multiple legs in each of the horse's legs.
It'll make it a sleep-in-ear costume.
Yeah.
Is Odinson back yet?
His name is Modison.
Modison?
Modison, yes.
Odin would be his great grandfather.
Yeah.
Oh no, his
Grandfather.
grandfather. Yeah.
No.
Great grandfather, because Modi would be
You would go Modi
Odin's
for
grandson.
Odin.
Yeah. But yeah, they should be back by now.
Oh, that's right. This is the son. Oh, that's right. He's the son of Modi.
Yep.
Okay. Modi.
Yes, he is a Modison.
I'm gonna stick my head around the corner and shout for him.
He goes walking in, beer in hand.
Hey, would it be culturally insensitive if I dressed up as Sleipnir?
He leans back. Hey, Molly. Do you care if Recluse dresses up like your uncle?
Uncle.
Do you remember how Sleipnir came to be?
I do not actually, but I'm sure it's a very good.
Okay. Brief history of Molly / Mjolnir's Helldaughter's family. Odin hired a giant to build a wall around Asgard. A city wall. The deal was, if the giant could get it completed in a certain time, he got paid. If it took longer, he didn't get paid. So he's got, it's him. He's got his horse that's carrying his supplies. They start working. He's clearly going to get it done in time. Odin don't want to pay him. So Odin goes to Loki. Hey, can you do something about this? So what Loki does is transform himself into a mare who is in heat. And the horse follows him off into the woods. The giant doesn't get the wall built in time, so he doesn't get paid. And months later, Loki shows back up with his 8-legged horse as a gift for Odin.
I made it myself.
So Loki is the father of some things in Norse mythology, and potentially the mother of other things.
Which is why Serpent Boy and her are
The Midgard serpent.
maybe. Yeah, that's right. We'll sort out the family tree.
So Molly comes walking in, wanting to know what in the world y'all are talking about.
Would it be culturally insensitive if I dressed up as Sleipnir, who is your uncle?
She gives John a dirty look. No, I don't think it would be. And nobody's 100% certain Loki birthed Sleipnir, but it's possible.
Your pseudo uncle.
Sleipnir's not. He's not like my Uncle Fenris, where he's actually human level intelligent. Sleipnir's just a very intelligent horse.
Yeah.
But no,
All right.
she doesn't think anybody would be too overly offended by this.
Understood.
Now maybe we should discuss the likelihood of an 8-legged horse costume. Exactly the camouflage people. Assuming you can pull it off, then there's the question of.
Oh no, the idea of camouflage I think has gone out the window, Ray.
Yeah.
I believe at this point it was just morbid curiosity.
Got it. So where is she based again? Is it was it Salem? Salem, Mass? Or...
I don't think we ever established like a firm location. Let's just call it Seattle and be done with it.
I'm trying to remember.
But wherever it is, that's where we go.
Yeah, because Wolf. I was thinking like Louisiana or somewhere, but it was the Haunted that we're based out of.
That's right.
I mean, not the Honey. It was the Misfits that were based out of Louisiana.
Eh.
So yeah, I don't know if we had ever established where Wolf Witch was based. So yeah, Seattle's good enough. All right, so y'all take off. Are you trying to get a 8-legged horse costume for Recluse?
I have 2 minor achievements I could burn to give myself some 2 ranks in the crafting specialty to make an 8-legged horse costume if I wanted to. But also, I don't imagine that we could find the materials around the base just yet to do that. So let's
table it.
Yeah, let's let the bit lie for a little bit.
It would be funny.
Wait till our next Halloween episode.
Mm-hmm. Or our Pet Avengers issue.
Congratulations, Zach. Recluse is considered a pet.
Well, only while
Only in the
dressed up
costume.
as an 8-legged horse.
Well, no, that's fair
That's
because
Recluse's fursona.
Lockhead is considered one of the pet Avengers, and he was really just a dude that the Terrigen Mist turned into that. All right, so once everybody's made sure Landshark has showered,
I am going to have lunch while he showers.
yeah. Everybody relaxes enough to get some lunch. And
I don't care that he said we going straight to the plane. I'm getting food.
Mm.
all right, so obviously you 4 are going. Who else are y'all taking with you?
I'm the guy who'd be useful in case, just in the off chance that we need to read into some mystical text.
Okay, well she's definitely wants to go.
I'll look to Dr. Brain. Is Aurora allowed to go?
And you hear Aurora, please.
Yeah.
I will defer to you as one of the co-heads of this conspiracy.
She's really not comfortable with the child doing stuff. On the other hand, this is not walking into what's liable to be a trap. Give me a willpower roll, see if you can talk her into it.
Oh man, she's better than me at this.
Mm.
Aurora is helping you with puppy dog eyes.
All right. 11.
There he is, Dr. Brain. I knew Dr. Brain had a sheet. Your mother is really beat you with a 12. Though your mental resistance would have come into it, she's not trying to mind control you.
Well, no, but it's a willpower that already had a +2 modifier.
Oh, okay, I got you. She really doesn't think that the child, who is also royalty, to a spacefaring culture of superpowered people, necessarily needs to be put in any sort of dangerous situation. She promises Aurora, when we get this settled, we will show you all around the planet, whatever you want to see. But basically for right now, guard duty. If anybody attacks us here, you can go punch them all you want to. Which results in Aurora just crossing her arms and floating away in a huff.
I'm sorry, kiddo.
And don't try hiding in the plane. You know I can find you. She's adorable. And as soon as she's out of earshot, your mother's like, she's adorably precocious.
Well, I think she's also used to there not being much in existence that can actually hurt her. She is right under the Primus, as far as I can understand, in power.
Which is frightening, given her age.
A lot of her race has, I think she's upper echelon in power of her race, but a lot of them have stoutness to them. Granted, we beat most of their best. Well, we beat most of the best of people of the same race, but kind of a civil war situation. But some of the best of the opposite side of them.
Yeah. To be fair, I did take the entire team dogpiling Lord Nordu.
Oh, I meant when they first jumped us in that crashed spaceship.
Oh, yeah.
When we were considering murder.
Yeah,
And
you
by
were considering that.
By considering, I mean we had pretty much already done it, and then I reversed the decision after everyone had left. Because chances were the Sirgurix was not making it.
His chances were not good, I'll give you that.
But anyway, on the ship.
So yeah, y'all load up on the ship, y'all take off. It's a long flight to Seattle.
Yeah. While we're on the way, I will just casually mention, hey guys, you know how we spent the last several months in a spaceship, and now every 3 hours we're in this much smaller, much more cramped ship?
Yeah.
It really just piles on, doesn't it?
Yep.
All right, Ray, are you piloting the ship, or did y'all take Geist along so that you have a pilot, staying with the ship?
I feel we can leave Geist. I'll pilot.
Okay.
I can leave a copy in the ship to make sure it doesn't get stolen.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so y'all fly to Seattle. Do I have a Seattle map in here already? Let's see. There's Philadelphia. There's Barcelona. There's Rhodes Ferry. London. D.C. Manford City. There's Seattle. Alright, let me jump y'all over there. Not that it's important, but this can give us an idea of where you might be landing. Alright. Well, that's not the... I thought I had a full city map.
Yo, they got the Space Needle?
Mm-hmm. Or the Space Obelisk, is the case may be.
Yo, they have the Center for Wooden Boats? Let's go.
That's Silicon Valley.
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at this being oh wait, we could go to Kemp's Cannabis. I bet under the current administration, it's totally chill.
Well, I must have deleted the one that was actually a good, because this was just a little area of Seattle that we used in the Crimes and Misadventures season. And I could have sworn at some point I had a more complete map. Oh well, we won't worry about that then. All right, so are you going to take the ship into the city proper? And are you trying to arrive during the day or at night?
I feel arriving at day should be fine.
Okay.
I mean, we can put it pretty far out from the city because we have enough flyers with a fast enough speed that it's not a problem.
Mm-hmm. And I can just run there.
How fast do you run?
As fast as a fast helicopter.
That's a 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, buddy, do I know about... You know, if you had the costume, it would look pretty cool.
Somebody could ride on his back even.
Well, no, he's the rider as well.
No, his body is covered by the horse head.
Oh, I thought he was going to be a person riding a horse.
Yeah, except he doesn't look like a person, even if it's just his head poking out.
Yeah, but it just looks
Yeah,
like
headless horse.
it just looks like Recluse riding a horse. Which is totally different from Recluse.
This will be a headless
person.
All right, so if y'all are trying to get into the city without being seen, I'll need stealth checks.
I should really pick up stealth as a specialty at some point.
Do we get advantage from being in the air?
Not from aerial surveillance.
Yeah, that really would make you harder to spot at a distance. I mean, you could fly up high enough that people wouldn't look up much, but well, apparently I closed that by mistake.
Yeah, I could do one of those maneuvers where you just fly as high as possible and then drop.
What
Really
is the
quickly.
dice roll for?
Stealth would be coordination plus your stealth specialty if you've got it.
I think Landshark just made a really good stealth roll, actually.
Surprising, isn't it?
Recluse, I don't count you. You can literally blend into shadows. Good roll, though.
Mm.
All right.
What did I roll?
Oh, you got a 12.
Ah,
Max roll.
All right. And I'm just rolling the average people of the city if any of them notice you. Ooh, I did not roll good, so that's probably going to be lucky for y'all. So you needed to beat a 5. Landshark got a 9. Ray got an 8. Unison got an 11. Recluse got a 12.
Sharks are very sneaky.
they are actually.
So the lowest any of you got was a major success. Half of you got major successes, the other half got massive successes. One of you'd have to be carrying Omniglot, so I'm not even going to roll for her. Though I wonder if the bright yellow coat would make her easier to spot. Probably not easier than Ray glowing, though.
And also, if so, I can just make a bed of 3 units that are kind of light blue and just have her lay on top of 3 backs.
This is uncomfortable and super awkward.
Please, we wrestled as children. You're fine.
Alright, so you all get into town without any trouble. And the city seems to be, going about its normal thing. Give me an awareness check. See what all you notice as you travel through the city.
Oh man, please tell me the Space Needle has a pyramid on top of it.
Oh yeah, I should probably roll a difficulty. Alright, so 8 is the number to beat.
Almost as good a roll as I was going to get.
This is kind of
What if
funny
the
where
timing-
I and Recluse One that swapped our positions of being one ahead of another.
All right, so Ray, you really don't notice anything. You're focused more on making sure you're not seen. Land Shark, you've been to Seattle before. It still seems like Seattle. You know, you're not spotting a lot of major changes like happened in some parts of the world. You know, maybe there's a few more kind of Egyptian decorated places. You know, places that were decorated more Egyptian than they probably were in the real world. But it's not a massive anything.
We should have waited for lunch until we got here. I know a place.
I don't remember if Seattle is one of the cities that kicked you out or not.
I don't either.
But would he be kicked out in this version of Seattle?
No, he's not remembered in this version of Seattle.
He has a clean slate.
All right.
He can go wreck all them cities all over again. Woo!
Hell yeah.
Now, Unison and Recluse both got massive successes. So while watching the news, everything seemed to talk up, you know, world peace. Everything's so peaceful and great under Lady Feyre. You know, except for the commotion the rebels kick up. Yeah, the rundown and slummier parts of Seattle still run down and slummy.
Mm-hmm.
You're not noticing any real improvement there. So for all her talk of improving things, here stuff looks pretty the same. But eventually you get to the neighborhood that Wolf Witch's magic shop is in. Do y'all group back up? Because some of you are flying and some of you are probably running and hiding. Do y'all group back up, you know, on a rooftop nearby or in an alleyway?
Yeah, rooftop seems to be standard.
Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to group back up and on like a rooftop. Because people don't look up.
Not generally.
Yeah.
Though you kind of wonder, in a world with superheroes, would they look up more?
I mean, we already live in a world where things are flying a decent amount. And like, even when we hear the noise of a plane, we don't always look up.
That's fair.
We just go, oh, there's a plane. Oh, there's a helicopter.
Though I think people
Sometimes you look because you're interested and like, ooh, what kind of helicopter?
Yeah.
But
well, I think people in New Jersey are looking up a lot more right now. But
there are circumstances.
yeah,
so.
yeah. But anyway, so y'all get up on a rooftop. You're looking across. Looks, you know, I don't know if any of these characters have actually been to this shop before. But it looks like your typical little, you know, magic shop. You know, you all of you would have seen such things, you know. Interior, like in places like Louisiana, they're all over kind of the touristy areas. And it seems to be open. You know, you have a couple of customers coming in and out while you're watching.
All right. So Ray, which one of us are we all going in or just one of us?
Let's not all go in. No offense, Recluse.
Good pick. Good pick.
But I could go in with Omniglass. Just actually no. Let me go in with Bruce because we're the ones who know her the best.
Okay, I like that
If
plan.
that's okay with you, Bruce.
Plan.
Right.
Are you with us, Curtis?
Oh, did you not hear me? I said all right.
Okay. I caught like half a syllable here or there. I couldn't tell for sure. But
Now, I would like.
I have cut off. I'm sorry.
What were you saying,
Ray,
Taylor?
I would like to mention that while she is magic, we have not been told explicitly that her mind is 100% there. So she may not remember you two, or she might remember you two. That's up in the air.
Okay.
So, admittedly, to the front of the shop, you might have to lie. Remember that the sun god is currently raw, just in case you need to put an Egyptian flare on your whole glowing.
Oh,
Or Wolf Witch could be completely herself, and you can just say, "Is Wolf Witch in?" and you say you used to teach at a school with her, and she'll know that you know the world is different than it's supposed to be.
yeah. Speaking of which, Bruce, are we in
So-
civvies right now?
So what's the Egyptian?
If
what's
you
the
ask me what the Egyptian god of shark, Bruce, I love you. Not specifically a thing I know. I'm not Egyptian.
Nor are you, agent. But I do we want to go? Are we going in civilian garb?
Oh,
I
another
would be
good
inclined to
question.
say yes, because
Okay.
this is still uncertain territory as far as like, you know, as you mentioned, how loyal Wolf Witch may or may not be to the Pharaoh. So your civvies may just be like you taking off your fin for all I know, which is fine.
He has demonstrated that ability before.
Yep. So yeah, let's go in, and yeah. And who do we see at the counter?
When you walk in, a little bell above the door dings. There's like a, 20-year-old dude behind the counter. He's got, his hair is braided and pulled back. He looks at y'all walk in. Hey! And then he looks at Ray. That's a real nice outfit you got.
Do we
Is
smell
he
snickerdoodles?
No, you do not smell
Is he
cookies.
reacting as if? Is he reacting as if I were in my uniform, my Ray uniform? Because I would be wearing whatever passes for.
Oh, okay, no. If you walk in dressed in civvies, then he doesn't have any special reaction. It's just kind of like, oh, hey, welcome to the shop. You just look in. Would you like, are you looking for something specific? How can I help you?
Yes, I was hoping for I was hoping to schedule a consultation with the proprietor of this establishment. Then I would name whatever I know her civilian name to be.
Wendy.
Wendy.
How do you pronounce that last name?
Trishik.
Trishik. Okay. Well, she's not in today. And then under his breath, or most days. I guess I could give. You know what? I can give her a call and see if she's available. As far as I know, she's still in town. And Zach, am I misremembering, or did Wolf Witch live like above her shop or something?
Yes, she lived above her shop.
I thought I remembered that, but yeah. So dude walks over, picks up the phone. Hey, this is Seth. Seth? Seth that works for you. Seth has been running the shop since you refused to set foot in here. Yeah, that's Seth. There's somebody here that wants to speak to the proprietor of the shop. What's your name, sir?
Ray Gearhart.
Ray Gearhart. If she wants to know, she wants to know
I'm
what you
sorry.
want, or I mean, what
Oh yeah.
the business is about.
I'm sorry, Bruce. I would have I would have introduced you too. Of course. Sorry about that, Bruce.
Oh, and somebody named Bruce. Anyway,
I'm sorry, I missed the question.
she was asking what the business is you want to discuss.
I'm going to say I wanted to. I'm gonna mention the. I'm gonna tell her that I'm doing some research on, and then I will name some kind of like a mystical tradition involving wolves. As a perhaps if she's in if she is in fact still a wolf witch, something that might hint that, you know, I'm someone who may be clued into her super heroic persona.
Oh, really? Okay. Huh. He hangs up. She'll be here shortly, sir. She lives in the apartments above this door.
Thank you so much, Seth.
Oh, happy to help.
I will browse the wares until she comes down. I'll particularly take note of the superhero themed tarot deck that's featured.
There is indeed a superhero tarot deck, but it's superheroes like Monolith Obelisk and Lightbringer.
Oh, we're not on it. We're in it.
Well, at least that means none of us have to worry about being the fool.
Right? Like, it's a superhero tarot deck, not vile dissident tarot deck.
Exactly.
Exactly.
A few,
Like
a few minutes later, Wolf Witch walks in, and both, she's dressed in normal clothing, but both of you recognize her. Though her eyes are a little bloodshot, she's got bad bags under them, like she hasn't been sleeping right.
Uh-oh. I've started to notice that the likelihood of her still being a superhero are pretty precipitous.
But she walks in. Are you Ray and Bruce?
That's right.
Yes.
I want. Hello, Ms. Last name?
Tressick?
I
Something like
appreciate
that.
you coming to see us on
Oh,
such short notice.
mine? Brody.
Oh yeah, Bruce Brody.
Yes, pleased to meet you both. Please step back here to my office.
Great, thank you. Oh, look at this. The setting sun is giving me a censored shadow over my eyes.
To better hide your identity.
That's right. All I need is a voice modulator.
So she ushers you back in her office. She gestures. There's a couple of chairs. She sits down in her chair. She turns. There's a coffee pot. She starts fiddling with that. So what are these magical traditions you wish to speak to me about?
Well, it was in particular a group of. Now, do I know Wolf Witch's origin, like, or at least as far as like why she calls herself Wolf Witch?
Zach, how much of that would Wolf Witch have shared with the with her coworkers at the school?
That one of her go-to tactics used to be just turning into a wolf and mauling a person. Yeah, she probably would just tell people that. I ate people.
Especially students who are getting out of line.
So
She's
I
not
think I
wearing
would.
her cloak, though, is she?
What's that?
She's not wearing her cloak right now, is she?
No. She is dressed in completely normal looking
But
clothes.
where's the cloak? Jay always liked to talk to the cloak.
Where she's been, where she's got the coffee going, was still kind of feeling with that. She just freezes, looks over at you, and narrows her eyes, like dangerous narrow her eyes.
Uh-oh.
Gets up, walks over, opens a closet, and pulls out this wolf pelt cloak.
Oh, good job.
How did you know
Hopefully.
about this? What do you know about this?
Well, first of all,
My boyfriend talks to spirits. He talks to the wolf spirit when you hang out.
Wendy, you don't remember us, do you?
Lobo,
No.
Lobo?
No, I don't. But I've got this, and I can see that there's something weird about it. And I've been pouring through my books. Books I've obviously poured through before. Some of them I've written in, and I don't remember writing in them.
I see. Ooh, we may trigger super.
All this stuff has been... All this hokey stuff that I've been selling has been fake, but I can work real magic after studying certain books.
We both know that. We both know about that, and that's because we've actually. You don't remember us, but we've known each other for some time now, and let's see what's the best way for me to put this. How aware are you of the theories of let's see, what am I trying to say here? Like parallel timelines, multiverse, things like that.
I was about to make a Star Trek reference, but I don't know that she would remember Star Trek.
In any event,
She's pretty sure Seth has mentioned that sort of thing before.
okay. In any event,
Blaine.
you do recognize that there is more to the world than what publicly is let on upon. Oh, well, no, actually, no, that's not true. Because like we already live in a world where a pharaoh is ruled by a sorceress.
Yeah, one that, as far as the world is concerned, is an immortal sorceress that's been ruling the world for quite some time.
That's right.
Madam put a magical whammy on the earth.
In so many words, yes. The pharaoh who rules this world has manipulated its reality, and she has not always actually been in command for centuries, as is commonly known.
That sounds a little treasony.
Well,
But it makes a little bit of sense. Not a lot of sense. It sounds pretty crazy. But it explains why my memories are one way, and then I just start stumbling across magical books that I don't remember. Just laid out on my coffee table. She suddenly perks up. Come with me right now. She kind of flings the wolf cloak over one shoulder, goes running out.
okay. Is everyone able to follow? I see. I can't remember. Are we all like psychically linked right now?
You have your comm units. You could have your comm units turned on where they could hear you outside.
Okay. We're following you. I'm gonna try to like just narrate as we go along, just so that anyone listening in on us can better understand what exactly is happening.
She takes you to the back room of the shop, and she points at a door on one wall What do you see on that wall?
What do I see on that wall?
You see a door.
Or
You can see it.
I see a door. Yes. Yes, I can.
yeah,
Do I know what this door is?
No, it looks like a heavily, it looks like a heavy door. Clearly some big locks on it. But she runs and sticks her head back out the front, and you just hear, "Ha! They can see it, Seth. They can see it." And then she comes back.
Oh, jeez. Oh, wait. Did she say help for that?
No, she said, "Ha!"
Okay.
She laughs at him. They can
Okay.
see it, Seth. They can see it, and then she comes back.
Okay. So.
And you hear Seth out in the main floor. Oh Lord.
why is it locked?
I don't know. My help can't even see it. They think I'm crazy,
I see. So,
and I can't find the keys.
well, I suspect that the reason Bruce and I can see the door, that may have something to do with the fact that we are we're kind of basically we've been far away, and we okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to I'm trying to find the appropriate place to begin telling the story. Um, but the point is that we come from a different version of this one, Earth.
Okay, yeah, you talked about other
Pharaoh
timelines.
That's right. In the timeline that we're from, the Pharaoh was never in command of anything, and we believe that at some point she um, she somehow was able to cast some immensely powerful spell that recreated Earth and its history to kind of retroactively fill her in as the ruler since time immemorial, apparently. Now we were far away when this happened, so we were not transformed along with so many other people. And I wonder if that might be why we can see this door as well as you. It sounds like the forces of magic are trying to reach out to you because you may know yourself to have only recently become a student of magic, but the Wendy that Bruce and I know is a powerful sorceress and a hero who fights alongside people like myself and Bruce. Does the phrase wolf witch mean anything to you?
Uh, yes, in some of the writings I discovered that term was used.
That is also the name under which you defended the planet with the magics that you have, seem to have forgotten or seem to have been recreated, not to no longer have full access to. But I suspect that there's still some part of that magic inside of you, and it may be reaching out to you now to try to reawaken the wolf witch that we all know. Does that
Keep your
have
cloak
any?
handy.
I'm sorry, Bruce.
I never understood the spells because I'm not a magic person, but I think it'll help you.
She takes it off her shoulder and actually swirls around and puts it on properly.
Hmm.
She's kind of looking around.
I don't remember any kind of triggering words or any kind of transformation ritual, do I?
No. As far as she tended to she did spells. She was your typical kind of wizard type.
Yeah, she didn't transform or anything, but
Okay. Now, as far as this door, I'm gonna try to touch. Can I touch the door?
Yeah, it just seems like a metal, like a metal reinforced door to you.
your employee can't see this at all. This
He
door.
says it's a blank wall, and the other girl I got working for me says it's a blank wall.
And you've been looking for the key, but you haven't found it yet.
Yeah, I haven't found the key, and I've been researching those books that I found in my apartment. Trying to figure stuff out, and I can do some things, but I haven't found anything to like open the door.
Any chance I can break the lock or locks? Are they chains or are they?
Feel free to try. So give me a strength
I'll give it a
roll.
shot.
Give me a strength roll. And this is going to be kind of a pyramid thing. All right. Your fingers kind of sink into the door a little bit, but it's resisting. That was a tie. You got a 13. I got a 13. Or the door got a 13. And Wolf Witch is like watching very interestedly. And she asks you, "Do you see the stuff appearing on the door?" And she describes think of like Full Metal Alchemist style, circle thing that comes up when they do their magic. That kind of seagull is appearing and moving around on the door, or she describes it moving around the door. Neither one of you see that.
Okay. But we don't see the markings at all when we're rotating.
Don't see that.
But Bruce, this door is resisting you a lot more than just a regular old steel door would.
Right.
Go ahead and give me another roll. Wow, my dice roller's on fire. Okay, no progress made there.
We're good this time.
She's like, "Keep trying, I'll be right back." And she runs off, and you hear the front door of the shop, ding ding. Give me another roll. Right. Well, you got a 10. That beats the 9. So this door is starting to give a little bit under your assault, but you're starting to feel like a pressure on your chest, like something pushing back against you.
Uh-oh.
And then she runs in and she runs back in and she's flipping a book. She comes to a page and she starts chanting and doing the motions. And you see a little bit of a lighting effect or whatever Wolf Witch's magic usually looks like. Though she is casting this a lot less confidently than she usually does. Give me another roll, Landshark. This time, as you go to squeeze, you feel that pressure. It's like the more damage you're doing to the door, the harder that pressure on your chest trying to push you away is getting. And then just all at once, as Wolf Witch stops chanting, all at once that pressure goes away and the door you just fold the door in on itself and pull it out of its frame. That makes enough noise that Seth comes running into the back.
Sorry about that.
Wolf Witch is like, no, it's fine. And you just see Seth is just sitting there. There's a hole in the wall. That door frame wasn't there before. He looks at the door, the big steel door that Landshark is basically crumpled up, folded like a taco, kind of folded in half.
So he can see the door now.
Yeah, he can see the door now.
What's on the other side?
Well, Bruce hangs out with Santa Luna all the time. He knows a room full of magical artifacts when he sees it.
Ooh.
And it's just miscellaneous stuff. Some of it looks like antiques. Some of it looks like shrunken heads. You see a large, sort of canine-ish looking skull, but the back of it's kind of human looking. There's a few examples of like medieval weaponry. There's a misshapen stone that's like on a little stand with a glass globe over the top of it.
This must
Oh,
be where
you
you hid your good stuff. You only knew what
yes,
it was.
yes.
And
That
you
must have
can't
been a
forget the
spell.
most important part. The symbol monkey on a pedestal by itself, staring.
There might be some cursed objects in here.
All right, what do we want the next campaign's villain to be?
Quickly,
we want
let it
Symbol
out.
Monkey.
So, and you guys outside on the rooftop, you've been hearing all this, of course.
Does the simple monkey lined up?
You can't find a winding thing on it. Are you picking it up to look at it?
Don't.
Yeah, I'll pick it up and look at it.
As soon as you touch it, its eyes light up and it starts clapping its cymbals.
Ah. And that's just to be clear. That's CYMBALS, right? Not SYMBOLS.
Yes. Actually, it would be
Hey,
yeah, it would be
recluse,
that's the symbols. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're touching a bunch of magical artifacts that the owner doesn't know what does.
Why?
When they die, can I get new teammates?
What'd you say? You broke up for a second.
When they die, can I get new teammates?
Yeah.
Why are you the only one that I can depend upon?
I don't know. We should probably move like back like a block just to be safe.
I'm sorry, Omniglot, I can depend on you as well. I'm just having an emotional moment.
Should we go in there and stop Bruce from touching anything else?
Ray's in there. He has an adult.
Bruce, why don't you put that down?
Does Bruce set it down?
Yeah, I'll put it back down and watch it.
It keeps slamming its cymbals for a little bit, and then eventually it stops, and the eyes stop going.
Put the monkey down. So, Wendy, does any of this ring a bell at all?
No,
Have you ever
but
done
but
this before?
I've got a book that lists a bunch of stuff. I should probably get it and see if this is matching up.
Okay, that's
See if we can see what
yeah,
we've
definitely
got.
do that. But I do have to warn you right now that you know the Pharaoh makes a point to either force wielders of magic under her control, or make sure that they can never rise against her. If you catch my drift.
Seth's in the room with you. He's like, "Who would want to fight the Pharaoh?"
Oh wait, that's still there.
And then he starts looking at you. And then he starts looking at you and Bruce kind of suspiciously.
Oh, here we go. I stepped in it. We're just trying to protect your employer.
Why would
So I
she
can
need
make sure she
protected from
doesn't-
the Pharaoh?
Well, we just want to make sure that nothing that no we're trying to safeguard her against rebel elements. Malcontents. I'll use the word malcontents.
Give me a willpower roll. Let's see how convincing you are. Oh, Seth's got a good willpower.
Oh boy, that's right, because he's is he the person?
No, Seth was
You know,
Mott.
he was. Oh, he's Mott. That's right. So let's see. What can I tag to give myself a fighting chance here? Hmm. I don't know. I don't think I have anything that could really make a strong case for. So I think I'm just gonna have to. I think I'm just gonna have to rely on good old fashioned good luck. Hmm.
Ooh, you
Once
rolled a
again,
10 and he rolled a 10.
Ooh.
So it's oh, okay, yeah, malcontents. You really got to worry about those malcontents, yeah. I'm just going to go back to the front desk in case we get any customers.
As soon as Seth leaves, uh, I'm gonna alert the rest of the team that our cover may be blown.
Yes, we're
Um,
listening in.
okay. Well, anyway, you may need to come in and see if the store clerk is making any unwanted phone calls. Um,
Sure,
I'm also
I'll
gonna
try
say
to
that
look
now
monitor.
that yeah now that Seth is out, I'm also gonna tell Wendy. Okay, I'm pretty sure your employee is about to report us to the authorities, and you definitely do not want to be under the thumb of the Pharaoh.
Uh, all right, you guys outside. How are you responding to what Ray just told you?
I mean, I will certainly look to see.
Well, y'all are on a
What?
rooftop, like across the street, looking at the front of the shop, so it's not like you can see through the window back to where the front desk is.
Can I send an astral projection?
Sure.
Cool.
So you zip across.
Have a ghost.
And sure enough, Seth's picking up the phone. He's got the phone in his hand, and he's like flipping through. Let's see, they probably don't have the yellow pages anymore. Cell phones are not commonly used in this altered reality. So it's like he's got the phone in his hand. It's like he's trying to think of who to call. I mean, do you call the regular police for this? Do you need to call the government for this? What do you?
I'm whispering into the headset. You said it yourself. I was supervised.
So
I'll go. I
let's
will
worry
turn.
about the blame.
I will turn visible a small distance away from Set.
He startles and drops the phone.
Howdy, sir.
What
I
are
take
you?
it that one of the people trying to make sure that magical artifacts that are currently under lock and key don't accidentally get exposed.
So you're here to stop the guy that tore the door off the hinges?
I'm here to make sure they don't touch anything. The Pharaoh doesn't like it when magicians start going willy-nilly through their things.
Give me a willpower roll. Oh, he did not. Seth did not roll well.
Hooah!
So major success. Oh, I think they're already starting to touch stuff. At least the big guy. Come on. I'll show you. It's back here.
Yes,
And
I will.
He shows you to the back room full of artifacts where the guys still are.
Yeah. Bruce, Ray, Wolf Witch.
I'm getting ready to pick up the
Wendy.
alligator mask or whatever it was.
Wait, are you picking up another thing?
These things are locked up for a reason. And she's on probation. Not that you remember you're on probation, but she's on probation.
I didn't. Did I know that?
So how about the three of you come with me and we talk this out and I will get someone to put the door back up. And I will put on the report
There might
that
just
none of those objects have been taken out, and we are
Oh,
okay.
I can explain that.
Give me awareness check, Unison.
13.
Ooh, there's a lot going on, so I'd say the difficulty is probably... Alright, so 11. While you're talking, you're a pretty aware of your surroundings sort of guy. You see the creepy symbol monkey on a shelf on the back wall. You see, like I said, it's miscellaneous stuff. But what catches your eye is a large golden auk sitting on one of the shelves. Because you deeply research other superheroes and villains and stuff. You think you've seen that auk before.
All right, there is the one artifact in there that may need to come with us. Do I know that Mott works with Wolf Witch?
You know he works out of the same town as Wolf Witch. And they've probably been seen working together at least once or twice. He was never an official member of the Haunted, but he did work with him at least once or twice.
I feel like I may be able to put 2 and 2 together. But I wouldn't know it was Seth. That
No. Seth is a black dude, Mott's a black dude, but that doesn't exactly narrow stuff down much. But you also know Mott has not been spotted since all this stuff went down.
I look to Seth. I do apologize for this. In my current form, and I just kind of like wave a hand through the wall. I can't actually physically grab anything. I was just here to see what was going on because a ghost moves faster than a person.
Yeah. Okay,
there is one artifact in that room that we do need to grab. If you see the Ankh, it does need to be taken back to Memphis. Would you be willing to grab it, since Wolf Witch is not allowed to touch these things because she's on probation, and I don't trust these other two to not muck around with it?
Oh, sure. I'm assuming it's safe.
It is not a cursed object, no.
Yeah, he walks up, grabs the Ankh. He has enough time to turn around before he just sort of freezes. There is a flash of light. And then you see Mott standing there. He looks down. He looks back up. And you don't speak ancient Egyptian. But you could, how, even if you don't speak a language, if someone starts rapidly cursing in that language, you can usually tell they're cursing.
I'm gonna call. Get here ASAP.
I'm listening over the comms, and I'm not going to repeat what he was saying.
Oh, Mott, please tell me you can speak English.
There's a pause, and he sort of shakes himself. Oh, yes. Sorry, that was an older me.
That's
reincarnation
not a
kind of
problem.
thing. It's okay.
Do you have memories? Please tell me you have memories.
Well, yes. I see what you're saying. Yes, I remember how things are supposed to be.
Oh, thank
I have this weird little overlay where I remember the altered stuff too, but
Man,
Crap, I
this
cannot
has
remember.
been-
I cannot remember what his old incarnation was named. Because he got an Egyptian name that Mott. The name Mott is also worked into it. But he tells you yes, he remembers. He's blessed by when he has the Ankh, he's blessed by the goddess Mott. The spell hit while he was not wielding the Ankh. He's not sure how it wound up back here in the vault, though.
Can you make sure that there's no extra magic on it?
He looks down. He does a little magic. No, it seems to be. Wait. Yes, but that's a little bit of Wolf Witch's magic.
Is it a return to sender kind of magic?
I'd have to unravel it to be sure.
Well,
And then he looks at a different object and does a thing. But it's matching up with. He does another object. Yeah, it's matching up with spells she seems to have put on some of the other objects. It may be.
alright. Cool. Can you break the magic that's currently on Wolf Witch to let her remember? Or is that moment past?
Let me confer with older me.
In the meantime, I'll tell Amigato to basically relay that come in order.
Okay, she's
And
on
the
the
me-
rooftop on watch.
And the me on the rooftop is going, I can depend on myself so much. I can fix so many things.
You get an elbow from your sister.
Ah.
Sing in tune or don't sing.
No, it's my self song. I'm in 5/6 time.
But so yeah, he gathers some supplies from the shop. He burns some. He does. It's a whole ritual he does. He has one. He has one of you walk out and flip the clothes sign over.
Also, my ghost will look at Wendy. Oh, by the way, we briefly worked together.
Oh, I was confused for a second, but I kind of gathered something was going on.
Yeah, we need your memories to get to I don't mean to be rude. Hopefully a magician / sorcerer who's a bit stouter than you.
Where Mott is over working on something, he looks over his shoulder. The Crucible?
The Crucible.
Yeah, he'd be the go-to guy.
Man,
I'm okay. She's pretty good, but yeah. Yeah, but the Crucible strikes fear in the hearts of people. Well, so does she, now that I think about it.
But be fair, she strikes fear in the heart of a lot of people.
So the ritual takes about an hour. He has y'all step back. Y'all really aren't part of the ritual.
That is totally fair.
And when it's over, you have a wolf witch with her full memory. A very unhappy wolf witch. Though she is at least pleased that she recognizes Ray and Bruce now.
That's where we.
Unison floats sadly in the corner.
She's met Unison in passing a time or two. That's about it.
Yeah. We only worked together when it was the end of the world, I understand.
She looks at you and she can't remember if you're Tommy or Jason or which one of the Power Rangers you are. But
I'm Billy.
but then she goes into office. She's annoyed that she'd put that coffee on and then let the coffee just sit there and basically burn while this was going on. So she does another pot of coffee. And then she if you came here looking for her, were you not able to find Jay?
He's working with Madame Farah right now. Evidently,
Well, hold on there,
Edita's
Bruce.
been in control the whole time. Somehow.
Probably something the Pharaoh did. Or you called her Lady Pharaoh? Nah, it works. Probably something Lady Pharaoh did then. And as long as she's not trying to hurt Jay, the old witch wouldn't necessarily oppose her. We need to get to Savannah.
You have like a third person that works at the shop, don't you?
Yes.
Oh shit, that's right, of course.
Well, I had two others for a while, but Everlast has not been in here since all this went down. In fact, I didn't remember her until now.
Well, she's touched by the divine, so she wouldn't have been particularly affected by the magic.
No, she shouldn't have been. Not if that's not if that's something that grants immunity.
Lady Farah said it did.
She shakes her. Bruce, dear, can you straighten the door back out?
I'll do my best.
So yeah, she has you kind of put the door back in as best you can. Let's see. Can Ray spot weld with it? No, his power is concussive mostly, isn't it?
For now, yes.
Okay. She works a little bit of magic to transmute, to mold the walls of the door. It's not a door now, but it's filling that hole. And then she casts some spells on the door. And ends it by putting up an illusion where it looks like a blank wall.
Before she does that, I'll wave. It's like, bye, monkey.
The cymbals clap together one time before you put in.
I'll see you soon.
And more like I'll see you in your dreams. He doesn't do anything. It's just every time Landshark dreams, the monkey's sitting over in the corner.
That's almost worse.
Is it a cursed object? Yes. Is it a bad curse? No, it's really just designed to be annoying. You know, what if the prankster Weasley boys, designed a cursed object, sort of thing. But once she does that, she figures the vault's as safe as it's going to be. She goes back up to her apartment to gather a handful of her books. When she comes back down, she's in her full normal wolf witch getup.
All right.
I assume y'all have a teleporter or an airplane or something.
Yeah, we got
We-
transportation.
Yes.
We stole another superhero who doesn't remember being a superhero's jet. Yes.
I'm trying to remember whose jet was. Oh, it was the Rook's jet, I think.
Yes.
The Rook had a jet.
Of course,
A
the
lot of
Batman
Oh,
types.
right, the Rook. She's a teacher. That's right. She did.
Yeah.
She has a jet.
Whippet's
I was
mother.
confusing her with. Yeah, I was confusing her with Glowstick, the sister. Nice. Rook jet.
So you have managed to get Wolf Witch as you were hoping to, and as a bonus you have Mott.
Mm-hmm.
Now Mott does warn you he is a competent magician, but most of his superhero is its power is given to him by the amulet, or by the goddess Mott. You know, the whole flying, healing, mental blast that he can do, that's all. You know, best think of that as specific powers he's got, and then he's got a little bit of magic that he just kind of knows on his own.
Wait, flying, healing, and mental blasts. You're me.
Ancient Egyptian me. Or you're 21st century Mott.
No, I'm pretty sure that's Seth, the guy that turned into Mott.
I'm usually me.
I just meant powers.
Got it.
But do you know? Well, do you know of an ancient lady magician that was forced into her sarcophagus early due to attempting to take over Egypt / the world?
His voice suddenly takes on a much older tenor, and it has an accent that sounds similar to Lady Feyre's accent. You're assuming it must have just been kind of the accent of the ancient Egyptians. In both cases, they speak very clear English, though. But yes, he has heard of her. It was many generations before his time, but she was not. She had not been completely forgotten by his time.
Any chance? Do you have a name?
He does, and I will have you her actual name next time.
All right. Sorry.
It's something I should have sat down and cranked out a ancient Egyptian name. Let me just note I need a name for the Pharaoh. But basically, the stories he heard. Very powerful magician, but that wasn't enough for her. She was trying to gather power to rival the gods. Plans to take over Egypt. The more he talked, the more it sounds like ancient Egyptian supervillain. But clearly she was close to to gaining the power she wanted, because the gods took a fairly direct hand in stopping her. That's really all he knows, because like I said, it was just generations and generations before his time.
That's pretty old.
Because he's just old enough that he was still speaking kind of ancient, what we think of as ancient Egyptian.
All right. Do we need to refuel the plane before going straight to Savannah?
From the Alps all the way to Seattle. You've got enough fuel to get you to Savannah. You might not go much of anywhere from Savannah, though.
Man.
Maybe one of you can magic up some jet fuel once we're finished in Savannah.
Somehow that felt racist.
Did it? Oh.
No, it's not racist. It's more of a
Classist, I guess, would be.
Or
professionist.
I don't know. It's like all the magicians should just be able to magic up stuff.
Yeah, bigotry it felt bigoted to be like, you're a magic user, just magic up some jet fuel.
I will fully cop to presumptuous and condescending. Maybe condescending, but yeah. Anyway, I take it back.
But yeah, and Wolfwitch's mothers, maybe we could do that if the architect was here.
Oh yeah, the architect.
I'm smart, baby girl.
So many magic characters.
Sounds like somebody's up from their nap. Well, she slept through most of the session.
She did. She had a good nap.
I'm jealous.
I plan on taking a good nap after the game.
Mhm.
But but if you're interested in fuel, well, maybe not Bruce. The rest of you, though, being members of Spear, you know there's some Spear bases between Seattle and Savannah. And you know at least some of the Spear bases are, have just been empty and abandoned since the change.
Oh.
So you might be able to pick up supplies that way.
Might not hurt to buzz by them.
We can certainly at least check one and maybe not run into a shapeshifter.
I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, there should be any shapeshifters. Alright. So you stop by a base in the Midwest.
You'll be here all night.
And it's when you arrive, there are some people there, but it looks like it's locals that have stumbled across the thing and have just been taking stuff that looked valuable.
Fair enough.
Clearly, this place has been abandoned. We have no recollection of it being here particularly. No indication of who it belongs to. Doesn't look like it's been abandoned all that long. And hey, some of this computer stuff might be worth something. They, of course, head for the hills, when you land in a jet.
I look to Mott. Hey, I hate to be rude. You're the only one dressed like traditionally Egyptian. If you just want to step outside and stand there to look both intimidating and official while we get the jet fuel.
Sure. So he floats out, arms crossed, very stern look on his face, just staring at them as they run away so they don't think about coming back.
Man.
And when he floats or flies, he's got these big wings made of light that project out of his back. Anytime he lands, they just disappear. But best you can tell, they're just a visual manifestation of the ability. And Mott was a wing, was a goddess that it was all about wings and feathers and stuff. Well, really, she's about justice, but visually. So poking around, yeah, they've stripped out a lot of stuff here, but nobody has messed with any of the jet fuel.
How are you going to use jet fuel? Let's be honest.
Out in the country, bonfires.
Yeah.
The perfect thing to start a bonfire.
Is it the right rating for the Rook jet?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, great.
The Rook jet and the shuttles that Spear uses, very similar design. Spear basically hired this inventor guy who has, worked for a lot of superheroes cranking out this sort of tech. He's known for his discretion.
And his jets.
Jets are, jet propulsion type stuff and really kind of very energy efficient transportation devices, period, is kind of what he's known for. But yeah, you get the pumps working. You get the jet fuel filled up, back up. So you're good to get to Savannah and then back to your base without any issue. Well, no issues with fuel anyway. And it's right at 4, so we're going to wrap here, and we will start up next session with y'all arriving in Savannah, where I am sure shenanigans will ensue.
No.
It'll be fine.
So I hope y'all had fun today. I did. Had a big brawl session or two. Now we had a nice RP session.
Mm-hmm.
Next session should be a mix of both, if it goes like I'm thinking. But anyway, I hope anybody that comes by and watches or listens to us, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you join us next time, which should be in 2 weeks. Let me look. Yeah, that'll be the 5th. I can't think of anything that might get in the way of that.
Oh, this is the last game session of the year.
Oh yeah, it is. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yup.
Yep, it is. Well then, I guess Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to anybody out there. Again, I was your GM for the day, Jason. And with me as usual was Zach playing Recluse.
Thank you for joining us.
Mike playing Independence Ray.
Good night, everyone.
Taylor playing Unison.
See ya.
And Curtis playing Landshark.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
And we will see y'all next year.